If the difference of height between 2 points is 1 m and the slope distance between them is 100 m, then accuracy of slope correction determination could be 1 in 100,000 provided the heights are measured with an accuracy of a 0.1 cm, b 0.5 cm, c 1.0 cm, d 5.0 cm. The correct answer is 0.1 centimeters. Which one of the following is a method of extending the length of record for a frequency curve at a station? A. Double mass curve method. B. The station year method. C. Thiessen method. D. Isosceles method. The correct answer is the station year method. Consider the following statements regarding a simply supported beam subjected to a uniformly distributed load over the entire span. 1. The bending moment is maximum at the central position. 2. The shear force is 0 at the central position. 3. The slope is maximum at the middle position. Of these statements, A 1, 2 and 3 are correct. B 1 and 2 are correct. C 2 and 3 are correct. D 1 and 3 are correct. The correct answer is 1 and 2 are correct. Given that D effective depth, B width and D overall depth, the maximum area of compression reinforcement in a beam is A 0.04 BD, B 0.04 BD, C 0.12 BD, D 0.12 BD. The correct answer is 0.04 BD. Which one of the following is not a standard spike for railways? A. Dog spike, B. Cat spike, C. Screw spike, D. Round spike. The correct answer is cat spike. A column section as indicated in the given figure is loaded with a concentrated load at a point F so as to produce maximum bending stress due to eccentricities about X axis and Y axis as 5 Tm2 and 8 Tm2 respectively. If the direct stress due to loading is 15 Tm2 compressive, then the intensity of resultant stress at the corner B of the column section is A 2 Tm compressive, B 12 Tm compressive, C 18 Tm2 tensile, D 28 Tm2 compressive. The correct answer is 2 Tm compressive. A vertical gate 6m x 6m holds water on one side with the free surface at its top. The moment about the bottom edge of the gate of the water force will be V is the specific weight of water. A 18 V, B 36 V, C 72 V, D 216 V. The correct answer is 216 V. An isosceles triangular plate of base 3m and altitude 3m is immersed vertically in an oil of specific gravity 0.8. The base of the plate coincides with the free surface of oil. The center of pressure will lie at a distance of from free surface. A 2.5 m, B 2 m, C 1.5 m, D 1 m. The correct answer is 1.5 m. Consider the following statements regarding the Swedish circle method of analyzing stability of slopes. 1. It is a general method of analyzing stability of slopes. 2. It satisfied only the overall moment equation of equilibrium. 3. It considers the forces action on the sides of individual slices. 4. It gives a factor of safety which are on the safe side. Of the statements, A 1, 2 and 3 are correct. B 1, 2 and 4 are correct. C 2, 3 and 4 are correct. D 1, 3 and 4 are correct. The correct answer is 1, 3 and 4 are correct. A pin-jointed truss is loaded as shown in the given figure. The force in member CE is A 10 tons tensile, B 10 tons compressive, C 5 tons tensile, D. 5 tons compressive. The correct answer is 10 tons compressive. What type of noise can be abated by providing lining on walls and ceiling with sound-absorbing material? A. Source noise. B. Reflection noise. C. Structural noise. D. Direct airborne noise. The correct answer is reflection noise. Which of the following treatments will be indicated for a rural water supply from a deep groundwater source? 1. Sedimentation. 2. Alum dosage. 3. Potassium permanganate dosing. 4. Bleaching powder application. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. A. 1, 2 and 3. B. 1, 2 and 4. C. 3 and 4. D. 4 alone. The correct answer is 4 alone. Maximum gross take-off weight of an aircraft is A. Equal to the maximum structural landing weight. B. Less than the maximum structural landing weight. C. More than the maximum structural land weight. D. Equal to the empty operating weight plus the payload. The correct answer is more than the maximum structural land weight. For a circular column having its ends hinged, the slenderness ratio is 160. The LD ratio of the column is A. 80. B. 57. C. 40. D. 20. The correct answer is 40. In the PERT analysis, which one of the following is followed by the time estimate of activities and probability of either occurrence? A. Normal distribution. B. Poisson's distribution. C. Distribution. D. Binomial distribution. The correct answer is distribution. The cable for a prestressed concrete simply supported beam subjected to uniformly distributed load over the entire span should ideally be A. Placed at the center of cross-section over the entire span. B. Placed at some eccentricity over the entire span. C. Varying linearly from the center of cross-section at the ends to maximum eccentricity at the middle section. D. Parabolic with zero eccentricity at the ends and maximum eccentricity at the center of the span. The correct answer is parabolic with zero eccentricity at the ends and maximum eccentricity at the center of the span. If two triangulation signals of 6.75 m height each are to be just visible over ground mutually, what is the maximum distance between their locations on the ground surface? A. 10 km. B. 20 km. C. 30 km. D. 40 km. The correct answer is 20 km. The approximate proportion of dry cement mortar required for brick work is A. 60. B. 45. C. 30. D. 10. The correct answer is 30. The waste stabilization ponds can be A. Aerobic. B. Anaerobic. C. Facultative. D. Any of the above. The correct answer is any of the above. The changes that take place during the process of consolidation of a saturated clay would include A. An increase in pore water pressure and an increase in effective pressure. B. An increase in pore water pressure and a decrease in effective pressure. C. A decrease in pore water pressure and a decrease in effective pressure. D. A decrease in pore water pressure and an increase in effective pressure. The correct answer is a decrease in pore water pressure and an increase in effective pressure. Consider the following statements. 1. Water hammer can develop in an unsteady flow only. 2. Time required for rapid closure of valve is between 2 Lc and 4 Lc, where L is the pipe length and C is the celerity of wave. 3. Inflexible water column theory, pipe may expand and water may compress in the flow system. 4. Zhukoiskaya carried out the mathematical analysis of water hammer. Which is the above statements relating to water hammer in pipes are correct? A 1, 2 and 3. B 1, 2 and 4. C 2, 3 and 4. D 1, 3 and 4. The correct answer is 2, 3 and 4. It is required to determine by periodical soundings the rate at which silting or scarring is taking place in a harbor. Which one of the following methods is best suited for locating the positions of the soundings? A. Range and time intervals. B. 2 angles from the boat. C. Tachometric observations. D. Intersecting ranges. The correct answer is intersecting ranges. For the motion represented by the graph shown in the given figure, the numerical value of velocity when acceleration will be A 1 m/sec, B 2 m/sec, C 3 m/sec, D 4 m/sec. The correct answer is 1 m/sec. A star is observed at its upper culmination when it is north of zenith. The latitude of the place of observation is 30 n and declination of the star is 50 n. The zenith distance of the star is A 10, B 20, C 40, D 80. The correct answer is 20. For flow under a sluice gate where the upstream depth is 1.2 m and the depth at vena contracta is 0.3 m, the discharge per meter width would be nearly A 0.36 m3, B 1.5 m3, C 1.7 m3, D 4.0 m3. The correct answer is 1.5 m3. At what value of saturation does the zero air voids curve in a compaction test represent the dry density? A 0, B 80, C 100, D 50. The correct answer is 0. Which steel member section among the following combinations can carry maximum load? A pair of angles welded on opposite sides of a gusset plate but not tack welded. B. A pair of angles welded on opposite sides of a gusset plate and tack welded along its length. C. A pair of angles back to back on same side of a gusset plate and tack welded. D. A pair of angles on same side of a gusset plate but not tack welded. The correct answer is a pair of angles welded on opposite sides of a gusset plate and tack welded along its length. The saturated and dry densities of a soil are respectively 2000 kg m3 and 1500 kg m3. The water content in percentage of the soil in the saturated state would be A 25, B 33.33, C 50, D 66.66. The correct answer is 33.33. The beam ABC shown in the given figure is horizontal. The distance to the point of contraflexor from the fixed end A is A 0.333 m, B 0.666 m, C 0.25 m, D 0.75 m. The correct answer is 0.333 m. A horizontal beam is hinged at R and supported on rollers at the end S. It carries inclined loads. To determine the support reactions, the funicular polygon A must start only from the support S. B must start only from the support R. C could start only from anywhere on the vertical line through S. D could start from anywhere between R and S. The correct answer is must start only from the support R. A timber beam of rectangular section 100 mm x 50 mm is simply supported at the ends, has a 30 mm x 10 mm steel strip securely fixed to the top surface as shown in the given figure. The centroid of the equivalent timber beam in this case from the tope surface A is 5 mm, B is 30 mm, C is 15 mm. D cannot be predicted. The correct answer is 30 millimeters. What is eutrophication of lakes primarily due to? A. Multiplication of bacteria. B. Excessive inflow of nutrients. C. Increase in benthic organisms. D. Thermal and density currents. The correct answer is excessive inflow of nutrients. Which one of the following can be a set of velocity components of a two-dimensional flow? A. Uxy and Vx2y2. B. Uxy and Vxy. C. Uxy and D. Ux2y2 and Vx2y2. The correct answer is Uxy and Vxy. When is a soil mass said to have entered the solid phase? A. When loss in water is not accompanied by a corresponding reduction in the volume of soil mass. B. When reduction in the volume of the soil mass is nearly equal to the volume of water lost. C. When the soil mass becomes brittle. D. When the soil mass shows a small shearing resistance as the water content is reduced. The correct answer is when loss in water is not accompanied by a corresponding reduction in the volume of soil mass. Which among the following assumptions are made in the design roof trusses? 1. Roof truss is restrained by the reactions to axis of the members meeting at a joint intersect at a common point. 3. Riveted joints act as frictionless hinges. 4. Loads act normal to roof surface. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. A. 1, 2 and 4. B. 2, 3 and 4. C. 1, 3 and 4. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is 2, 3 and 4. In the structure shown in the given figure, the fixed end moment at joint A is A. PL16, B. 5 PL48, C. 7 PL64, D. PL8. The correct answer is 5 PL48. Wearing locations of rails and their reasons are listed below. 1. Wear at end of rails loose fish bolts. 2. Wear at sides of rail head constant Larake application. 3. Wear on the top of rail head on tangent truck rigidity of wheel base. 4. Wear on top of rail head on curves lesser area of contact between wheel and rail. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? A. 1 and 4. B. 1 and 2. C. 2 and 3. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is 1, 2, 3 and 4. The cleaning of slow sand filter is done by A. Reversing the direction of flow of water. B. Passing air through the filter. C. Passing a solution of alum and lime through the filter. D. Scraping off the top layers of sand and admitting water. The correct answer is scraping off the top layers of sand and admitting water. In the plane truss shown above, how many numbers have zero force? A. 3. B. 5. C. 7. D. 9. The correct answer is 7. In a laminar boundary layer, the velocity distribution can be assumed to be given in usual notations as which one of the following is the correct expression for the displacement thickness for this boundary layer? A. B2. C4. D6. The correct answer is 2. In a plate load test, how is the ultimate load estimated from the load settlement curve on a log-log graph? A. Directly. B. By drawing tangents to the curve at the initial and final points. C. By the secant method. D. At 0.2% of the maximum settlement. The correct answer is directly. The standard Proctor compaction curve of a clay is depicted in the above figure. Points A, B, and C correspond to 3 compaction states of the soil which fall on this curve. For which points is the coefficient of permeability minimum? A and C. B A. C B. D C. The correct answer is B. In which one of the following grades of a highway is an emergency escape ramp provided? A 1 in 200. B 0 grade. C downgrade. D upgrade. The correct answer is downgrade. Ratio of the width of the car parking area required at curb for 30 parking relative to 60 parking is approximately A 0.5, B 0.7, C 0.8, D 2.0. The correct answer is 2.0.